Hey guys, it's Chris here from Chris's Creative Life, and I design workshops to help you create beautiful projects from start to finish with easy to follow guides. And have you missed me? I've been gone for a while. So we are here to create some cards. So I thought it would be fun, as you saw from the title of the video, right? Let's do a remix. I always tell you guys, just let me turn off my notifications because they're like beeping through on me. That a workshop guide or card club to go tutorials or a free sketch, those are all things that are meant for you guys to not just use once, but you can use them more than once and think of them like a resource, right? Excuse me. Sorry. So I'm going to take the March Card Club to Go tutorial and we're going to create some alternative projects for it. So I'm going to add my desk in here. It is too late to get March's Card Club to Go package, but you can always purchase the tutorial from my shop. It's in my tutorial shop. It comes to you as an automatic download. So if you add a workshop guide or a tutorial to your cart, once you check out, you should technically be redirected to a page to download your files. If for some reason you don't get that, you should also get a receipt into your inbox that then also has the download link. Also, at the very end, before you check out, it does say create a customer profile or customer account. And if you do that step, you can always then sign back in and see all of the downloads that you've purchased over the years, as long as you've created that customer account. So I strongly recommend, actually, before you check out, that you do that. Because then it's like super easy. You just click on the little thing that says customer portal and you can see anything that you've purchased over the years. Okay. But so then let's get to the fun part and do some creating. I just wanted to kind of go over that step again because sometimes when we've got a lot of new people around here and sometimes when you check out of a different system, right? Everything's just a little bit different. So, and then spam blockers are getting very hard to get an order by a spam blocker. So lots of times they end up in like, in Gmail, for example, it's like your promotions tab, right? Or your junk or your spam. Do they not know we need to be creative and we should not end up in your spam or junk? Come on, guys. Okay, so I'm going to add my desk in here. I'm going to show you the Card Club to Go for March. I'll show you like the PDF that comes with it. I have a feeling, oh, actually the light's not bad. You can tell that like we are entering the springtime, right? So for Card Club to Go for March, I did feature the cutest crew because how could you not play with those super stinking cute animals? So, oh, and actually that's funny. I didn't actually grab that snapshot. One sec. Let's just grab it. So it just uses the stamp set, not the die cuts, but there are a set of die cuts that coordinate with the stamp set, but it features these cute little critters and they were super popular. You saw them like all over the place because there's also like great sentiments, right? Have the best day, so glad we're friends. Then like the little birds, the dogs, the cats, the little floral images, some butterflies, the little paw prints, the little bird feet, right? Happy birthday and just a little hello. So it's like a super versatile set. And actually when I created Card Club to Go, you could always switch out if you're just a dog person, you could totally switch it out so that there's no cats on your cards and just use the dog images. I wanted it to be kind of versatile. So I'll show you the cards that were part of Card Club to Go. So I did feature each of the animals on one card because I thought that was only like the fair thing to do, right? A little bit of each of them. So I did this one with the dogs. And I'm going to warn you. So my software did like a big, huge update while I was gone. And so I'm having some problems with my overhead camera. So hopefully things stay in focus. There might be a little bit of zooming in and out. And I'm just trying to figure out how to get that like managed. But that was the first card. And then the second card are these little birds. So glad we're friends. And then the third card is actually the just a little hello. And I just did like use the flowers for a wreath around the circle. And then the fourth card features the little cats and it says happy birthday, right? So like I said, you could totally swap them out and do them all the same animal or whatever you wish. So for the, as part of the card club to go, anybody that ordered it during the orderable period gets like all the supplies to make their cards. You have to be in Canada because I can't ship outside of Canada. And then they get a copy of the instructions. But because there are other people that want to make them all over the world, there is a downloadable resource, right? So it's got the supply list, then each of the cards and the directions, some photos. And then as part of my card club to go, I also do sketches for each of the cards. So that's the reusable resource part that I'm talking about, right? So I'm going to take two of the sketches and we're going to switch them up. So I decided this uses the Made with Sweetness paper. And I don't know that that's actually the name of the paper or the name of the stamp, but you know what I'm talking about, the one with the little jam jars, right? And actually I thought it was right behind me, but it's not. Oh, you know what? See, that's the bumping, and I have to figure out why that's happening now. So I will, but when I clicked on, it is Homemade Sweetness 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. So that's what I used for the card club to go. But today we're going to use Lovely Blossoms. We're going to use two of the sketches and I'm going to remake the cards. So if you see me zooming in and out, I'm trying to not move too quickly so that happens. But okay, so I have my pieces all ready to go, right? Because I just followed the sketch. I have pre-stamped some stuff. I'm going to do some coloring though, because I didn't color beforehand. And we're going to see what happens. So for inks, I have Secret Seed, Cloud Cover, and Old Olive. Look at that. We've got a leaf way over here. It must have gotten stuck on the bottom of something. I did grab some blends. So I have Secret Seed, Petal Pink, and Crumb Cake. Then I did grab the Lovely Arrangement stamp set and then the dies that coordinate. See, like I can see that camera focus thing happening and I'm really not happy about it because of course everything was just fine beforehand. I did grab, so this ribbon is actually the same ribbon that I used for the card kit, which is the Secret C, and almost came off its spool there, but it is the 3/8 of an inch bordered open weave ribbon. So I have that. And then for embellishments, I grabbed the Natural Matte Dots. And their colors are Crumb Cake, Mossy Meadow, Secret Sea, and White. So I thought they'd be good with our cards. So we are going to do this card first because it's on top. And like I said, I have not fully decided how we're going to embellish it. But I did pre-cut my pieces and we are using this one. No, it's this one. So this is the sketch we're using. So we're converting the bird sketch for this card. So, oh, we need to score the card base first. So let me just move this over here. And I'll put my other cards out of the way here. Okay, so this is the card we're working with here. So, yeah. So this is our card base, right? 5.5 by 8.5. So we're gonna score it at 4 1/4. There we go. So you could do these also on, like the next one we're going to do on a colored card base. But let's just get our card base, because I didn't pre-score it. Let's just make sure our ends are the same. Here we go. Okay. So all I did, like, see, I don't like that jumping. So it seems to have something to do with the movement. So I will see if I can figure that out after. So I've just taken, like I said, okay, we might need to, I'm going to try a different setting. It could go like crazy bad. Well, yes, it went crazy bad. So we're not doing that. Okay. Well, that's how I used to have it set, but that is not working for us today. So we're just going to leave this, and I will. Hello. And so I will play with it when I am not live and see what happens. So make sure to say hello when you pop on. So I'm going to, the base is like these 3 pieces, right? So this is the same as the heart. This is the lines. And then we're going to dovetail this piece and put that on there. But we'll start at the bottom of the card. So, and I just, because I'd already done like a scrap, I've done lots of projects with the lovely blossoms. I just went through what I had left in my paper pack, and that because everything coordinates so well together, right? So on the back side of this is that neat cut apart sheet. I did, so I created a scrapbooking workshop with it, and then I actually took the Stampin' Up! Craft class that featured this collection. And same thing with those craft classes. You don't have to use what they're using, right? I did, but you don't have to. You can just use them in the same idea as like a reusable resource. Okay, so this one goes on the top. So I loved this pretty combination of like the petal pink and the cloud cover. Okay, so then this piece, we're just going to dovetail it to match that card. So just gonna cut up a bit and then cut in. Oh, and we could use that side. Oh. So I had this problem before, and if we give it something to focus on, it might be okay. Oh, do not tell me. I do not like that. So it's trying to autofocus on my space, but it is having a hard time. So we will add the dovetailed piece, and I think we're going to do it on the crumb cake side. Like I said, I just kind of, because it all coordinates together, right? I just kind of looked for pieces that I had enough of, right, to play with. Okay, so here you can see I've got the large circle, or well, it's not large, but it's a circle from the Stylish Shapes. So this, I thought I wanted to do a multi-layer. So this is one of the dies right here, and I just added it on top of the circle to get the pretty decoration for our background, because we're going to add the flowers on here and our sentiment. So, you know, it's always so nice when you get everything like tech all working properly, and then they go and update something and totally throw you off. So I'm just going to glue these two pieces together. I just have like my silicone craft mat, and you can tell I have been gone. It is so actually nice to be back and getting creative again. A little bit stressful, but you know, I'll get caught up. Okay, so this is Secret Sea, and then white. And then, so you could just leave it the white, but I wanted the different color to be poking through. So, because when I put it down on here without the extra layer, the design kind of got lost. I'm just going to hold this here for a second. We're going to color a couple of flowers, and then, like I said, I have the leaves already. Some I stamped to try, and then some I die cut from one of the green pieces of paper. So we're just going to move this over here. I'm going to just put a block on top of it for a second. We are going to pick a sentiment. So this one also has great sentiments too, right? So there's little tiny ones and then larger ones for on here. So like the happy birthday fits on the little skinny die cut. The you are so lovely fits on the little die cut too. Just a note, which is really like quite a lovely sentiment. So we have hello friend, sending smiles. Thank you. Let's just see here. Let's do sending smiles. That sounds lovely. Right? Okay, so we are going to do Secret Sea for our ink. Oh, which I put underneath here to make the camera focus over here. So let's put our other colors there and see if that helps. Like I said, you gotta look. And I did, so I stamped the flowers with Secret Sea. And I think we're just going to add a bit of color with some blends. So there we go. So I think we're not going to do pink flowers. Ugh. Yeah, it has something to do with when I'm moving. So like I said, I will look at that after, and hopefully it's not too bad. So we have, I'm going to use cloud cover. I'm just going to add a little bit of the dark close to the center, and then on all the lines that the artist has already drawn, right? And add some to the center. I'll do my light, pulling some of it out to try and blend it. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. So a little bit of the dark in the middle. Maybe on the other one we'll do like the petal pink colors, because that's like a more traditional flower looking color, right? So I'll just pull the dark out of the middle a little bit. We might need to do another, like the fun thing about this stamp set is there is like a half flower too. So like the profile view of the flower, not just like the full on flower. And we are not going for like any crazy blending on these ones. This will hopefully dissipate itself in a few seconds. Okay, so we're going to add some ribbon just like I did on this one. And I think I just did a bow. And if I didn't, that's what we're doing this time. So see, when I move kind of out of camera, that's when it seems to be. But of course, it's been actually years since I've had, but this was a big software thing, so you can stream vertical and horizontal. So it does not surprise me that we are having some technical difficulties, but sorry, I'll try and keep the zooming to a minimum. Okay, I'm just going to get my fabric scissors. Okay, so we've got our circle. And we will add that with dimensionals. So if you are watching live, today is April the 15th, 2026. And I would be remiss if I didn't let you know that Stampin' Up! Is hosting, I guess. I don't know. They have a promotion going on. So it's 2 times the Stampin' Rewards from the 15th to the 17th. So like 2 days. And that's a pretty good deal. So this one is up a little bit higher. So let's just move that up. There we go. Now, 2 times the rewards. Like then, right? So we're in April. You can tell I'm a little mentally exhausted. But so we're in April. So you can get double rewards in April and then use them for all the new fun stuff coming in May, because we have a new catalog coming in May. So, and it'll be the first 4-month catalog. So it'll run from September to August. September. It'll run from May till August. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so we'll do May, June, July, August. Yeah, see, it's got my doubt in myself now, but I am correct. So it's been a long couple of days. So that's a big change, but it's kind of neat, right? Because then like you don't have to worry about spacing stuff out over the course of the year. I'm going to pop this one up on dimensionals. Right, so if there are also things that you maybe didn't get from the annual or the January to April book, this would be a good time, right, with the double rewards. Or if you were interested in album retreat, this is a very good time to grab the album retreat. So there we go. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals and then just add my embellishment. So album retreat is so it's virtual, and as everybody knows, I call it my favorite time of the year. So that is later this month, and like the Facebook group is up, and we just got like the video with the prep video. So things are hopping over there. So that is always fun, and it's good, right? I always find that it's kind of nice to do something that might not be necessarily your style, but kind of stretches you. So we have crumb cake, old olive, secret sea, and white. And actually they would all be good. We'll try secret sea, I think. So there we go. And you can see I did not put my embellishments the same spot, right? Because of course it's just slightly different. So there's the cutest crew, and here's the lovely arrangements. So that's the first one, and I didn't actually in the end add any greenery to that card. So, but this one we will, because I have all this just sitting here. So this one, I decided I have to actually look at it. We're going to have to score it anyway. But like I said, it's a colored card, so I have a liner. Oh, and then I made some adjustments, so this will be fun. Did I score this one? Nope, so we're going to score it. So it's just a standard card base. I'm going to score it the 4 1/4. I'll grab the cutest crew one here so you can see too. So there we go. Our card base is done. Let's just throw the liner in here while we're doing that. Okay, so this one, we're going to use this as our template. Okay, so, oh, but it didn't have a colored card base, but we're going to make one. So, see, that's just one way you could switch it out, right? So, like I said, the sketches are like this reusable, hey, Bernadette, these are like a reusable resource that you can use to adapt for other things. Okay, so, right, we've changed the card base there. So this goes in place of this piece. So this is the back side. These were fun to fussy cut out, right? Those flowers. I didn't do that. I stamped some. So, and this we're using, I did do a Secret C base. So, okay. So then I have this crumb cake piece, and that's the same as that one. Or you could do, should we do that? Yes, because we used the crumb cake on that one. We'll use the Secret C on this side, the little diamond pattern. There we go. And I have just a tad of an overhang. So we're going to cut that off from the back side where we can see it best. There we go. So then we have, okay, so this is our background piece we're going to use. Okay, so, but for this white piece, we're going to swap it out for the die cut because I love this die cut. So we're going to use this piece and we're just going to add our flowers on top of this with our sentiment. So, right, so this is the same as that white piece. We're not going to use that. We're just going to add decoration instead. So, but these are the two little pieces we're going to dovetail. I love that little fun little dot here. This I think piece is like they have, one of the cut aparts has like little squares and they're a little more detailed, right? And so it's different than the designer series paper. So that's what I picked. Okay. And so instead of like this whole little scene, we're just going to build our little scene with the flowers, basically. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive here, and then, oh, we have the ribbon too. Okay, hold please. We're going to add our ribbon. So I just did like a back and forth with the ribbon. So you can see, well, you can't see, but I have adhesive just right here. So I can tap my ribbon in and then just loop my ribbon up. So 1, 2. You could also do individual pieces if you just had scraps. And then just 3. Okay, and then I can tuck it back in. I'm just going to add some more adhesive. And I can cut off my extra. Okay. Oh, that's funny. I got a flower stuck on me. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to add adhesive to these two pieces. And I'll actually tap them in from the back, right? So I just want them to be just like hovering behind that ribbon right there, like that. Okay, so this I'm actually going to add flat, and then we're going to pop up the die cut with dimensionals. But because there's all this stuff here, I'm actually going to use tear tape so that we get like a good stuck on. Just in this section is really all that I want to make sure. And then I can just use normal adhesive on the rest. And I'll add a little bit right here. Okay, so you can see the difference when I put them side by side, right? They're the same but different. Okay, so then we're going to add this here, and I'm going to use some dimensionals. This little die cut is so fun. The circles. It's perfect for a card. You could use it on a scrapbooking page. You could cut it more than once. You can cut it apart. There's so many ways that you could use this die cut. So, and I thought it was just really pretty with the designer series paper. So just like that. Okay, so now we need some flowers, and we're going to use some leaves on this one because I didn't on the other one. It's extra ribbon. So I just stamped and die cut the leaves with old olive. And we will do something like that. And I have another die cut for our sentiment. So this one, so we did, and I do have a half, but I don't know that we're really going to need it. Well, we could just do a half instead of, and have more of the, and just do one so that you can see some of that behind. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so we did ascending smiles, so we'll do a different sentiment on this one. Let's do a hello friend. Because I think that's pretty generic, right? You could use that for anything. And we'll do Secret C again. There we go. Bring that after. So this one we will color with the petal pink. You know. Okay. So this is my dark petal pink. I'll start with that. And these two are pretty close together. So, and then my light. Yeah. So I'm just pulling it out. And I think we should maybe use some Winkostella on these. So oh, this one kind of sounds empty. Let's just see. There's a little bit. So there we go. That one petal has a lot of sparkle on it, but that's okay. It will dry back a little bit. So there we go. So we will start by, I'll add my leaves. My tape runner is stuck to my stamp. So we'll go right there. We're going to add this on dimensionals. And you can see, like, I am just manipulating the paper. It's soft right now because of the Winkostella. So you can manipulate it and kind of give them a little bit of life almost, right? So they look a little more real and not just so like flat on your card. And actually I like that how it's just kind of all the same color. Okay, and then hello friend, but I need to get it semi-straight because you will be able to tell with the die cut underneath there, right, if it's not. So there we go. And so for this one, let's use, actually maybe we'll use the Secret C again. And I really actually like how these round, this round embellishment, right, plays off of the circles from the die cuts. So there we go. There is a version number 1 and version number 2. So that's what I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I just always like to remind everybody that, like, okay, this is going to drive me crazy until I figure it out. Yay. So I will work on that part. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do to fix that, but we will see. But I always just like to remind you that, like, a tutorial or a workshop guide, there is always another use for it, even if it's just inspiration from one project to the other. So I hope you guys all have an awesome day and a great week and enjoyed this little remix. So we'll talk to you later, guys. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. Just drop them in the comments below. Make sure to say hi when you pop on. If you're watching the replay, we still would like to know. And we'll talk to you later, guys. Bye-bye.